how to use the FL-500 cleaning machine. So this is how you open the door. Just open this latch, and this cart pulls out so you can put goodies on it, and you put it back in, and it kind of engages with that gear back there. So you don't want anything leaning against the edges or sticking up that's touching the edges, because the gear wants to spin the basket and then it bangs stuff around. This arm moves in and out, but we're just keeping it towards the back so it's out of the way. And if you stick something tall in here, it's got to be freestanding so it's not hitting the edges and damaging parts. So anyways, you put all your stuff in there and then shut this bad boy. And then what do you do next? The timer here, you turn this timer to start. I'm not going to turn it because it makes noise, but you turn it to whatever time, and you got to make sure you never, if you set it say 20 minutes and then say after 10 minutes you're done, you cannot put it, you can't twist it backwards to off, or it could hurt the machine. So whatever time you set it for, that's the time you got to leave it for, is to keep the machine under wraps. So anyways, what else? You want to make sure this is for this button's to keep the water warm. So we just leave this button on 24/7 because it takes like 6 hours to warm the water up if it's cool. This button here, during the day, when the machine's not in use, so between uses, you flip that on, and then we'll go around back here. That's the oil skimmer, and you can see it rotating, and then it just collects the oil and gunk off the top, and then we just collect it in that tray down there. So you don't use it when it's running because it just is foamy because the stuff's on and it's not sitting at the top. And you don't leave it on overnight because, like you can see, it's been on for a while and now there's not much gunk coming out, just the cleaning solution. So again, that just is used between cleanings during the day. What else? When the guy comes, so a guy comes like once a month from Safety Clean to he sucks the water out, and then he puts new water in and gets all the gunk out and cleans the bottom of the machine. When he does that, he takes these plates off here and here, and these plates need to be kept clean. There's holes in them right here. So when the machine's on, looks like there's one back here, little hole. When the machine's on, it circulates fluid, and then the fluid runs out, and then it goes back down those holes, and if they're not clean, the machine, everything will overflow and mess up the sides of the machine. So if these little holes need to be cleaned out every day or every other day to make sure that water's flowing back into the machine. And then, I was saying, when the guy comes to clean the machine and he replaces the fluid, it's going to take 6 hours for the stuff to heat up. So if it's not hot, don't freak out. Just make sure the heater button's on. And then another thing that you only need to mess with after the guy comes and cleans the machine, you have to reset this thing. I can't really see it. Let's see if I can get a good angle here. Well, I can't really see it, but it says there's a 1 and a 2 button here. These right 2 buttons we never need to mess with, so just ignore those right 2 buttons. These left 2 buttons, I know you can't see it, but it says right here, it says OVR for override 1 and then OVR 2. So it's got, the machine has like automatic settings, so it can come on at a set time, but we don't use those settings, and we want to be able to turn it on whenever we want using the timer up here. So after the guy comes and cleans the machine, these buttons need to be, these 2 override buttons need to be hit, and when you press them, you'll see the word or the letters OVR1, and then you press the second one, OVR2, and that's the override. We want that to be on all the time. So just make sure it always says OVR1 and OVR2 after the guy comes to clean. Otherwise the machine won't be working properly for what we want. That's all I can think of. Oh, I didn't show, kind of straightforward. I know I showed you this bar in the middle, water shoots out of that. Up top, this bar up here, water shoots out of that one. And also this bar in the back, water shoots out. So it shoots out of all three of those at once. That's all I can think of, I think.